What's going on, everybody? Hope you are well. This routine is going to be a daily hip movement routine, or this can also be utilized as a warm up for a lower body day at the gym. All you're going to need is just an open space here and maybe a yoga mat. But this workout is going to consist of 3 positions, and in each position, we're just going to be doing 3 repetitions of the same exact exercise. So a total of 9 repetitions, and then we're going to switch hips. So that's going to be the format. The first position we're going to be is going to be in a side lying position. So go ahead and get down on the ground here with me. We're going to be in this side lying position. I like to make sure that this top hip is forward. You can have this arm straight on the ground, or it can be bent. Top arm is going to be supporting our upper body. That's going to allow us to get in a good position. Bottom leg is going to be straight. Top leg is going to be straight. Top leg is going to be slightly forward with our ankle touching the ground. For this first movement, we're going to try and imagine doing a hacky sack movement, where we're going to try and bring our hip up towards our chest as high as we can, keeping the ankle on the ground. We're going to try and go as high as we can and then pause. Make sure we're trying not to round the low back as we do this, or doing a nice crunch. Once we get here, we're going to try and keep this 90-degree angle, and we're going to try and open up towards the sky with the knee, trying to go as high as we can. Once you find a stopping point, we're going to try and rotate from the hip, trying to bring that ankle now further up towards the sky. As far as you can go, pause. Now we're going to try and drive that knee completely straight back while trying to stay high. Engage that glute, go as far back as you can. Now bring it down towards the ground, bring it towards the knee, pause, and then we're going to drive completely straight back, engaging that glute and hamstring. Go up towards the ceiling, keeping that 90-degree angle with the knee. Go as high as you can, pause. Bring that knee up towards your chest again. In that first position, try and touch that ankle down towards the floor, and then we're going to repeat that 2 more times. So stay where we are. Go as high as you can with that knee up towards the sky. Engage the outside part of the glute. Rotate inside the hip. Ankle comes up towards the sky. Drive that knee back as far as you can go. Engage that glute and hamstring down towards the floor, and then knee to the knee. Drive straight back, engage glute and hamstring, straight up towards the ceiling. Find your end range, knee up towards the chest, bring that ankle down, touch the floor, and that's rep 2. 1 more rep. Up with the knee, as high as you can go. Rotate inside the hip, ankle goes high, knee drives back, engage the glute and hamstring. Keep driving, knee down towards the floor, in towards the other knee. Drive that knee back, engage glute hamstring, straight up. Find end range, pause, bring that knee as high as you can go. Try and touch that ankle towards the ground. Perfect. So second position, we're going to be in a quadruped. So we're just going to get down on our knees. Knees are going to be hip width apart. Our wrists are going to be shoulder width apart. And then we're going to do that same exact motion, just now in this quadruped position. So we're going to try and keep with that right leg. We're going to bring our heel up towards our glute to engage our hamstring. We're going to try and lift that knee off the ground, engage that core. When we do that, make sure we're not leaning off to the side. So just lift that knee up, and we're going to drive that knee forward as far as we can go. Again, trying not to round the low back. Knee out and up as high as you can go. Rotate that ankle up towards the ceiling. Pause. Drive up towards the ceiling as high as you can go. Bring that knee in, and then back underneath the hip. Pause. Straight up towards the ceiling. Squeeze glute hamstring. Straight out. Pause. Knee up as high as you can go. And then bring that knee underneath the hip. That's rep 1. 2 more. Up with the knee. Out. Rotate ankle. Up towards the ceiling. In. knee underneath the hip. Drive straight back, engage glute hamstring, pause, knee straight out, knee up, knee back underneath the other hip. That's rep 2. One more. Straight up, out, rotate, drive the knee up, engage the glute hamstring, bring it in, knee underneath the hip, pause, last one, all the way up, out, in, knee high, and then knee underneath, and rest. Good, that's 3 reps. Last position that we're gonna do this same movement in, we're gonna be laying on the ground. And then for this, we're gonna do that same motion, but now we're just not gonna be able to extend completely back because it's gonna hit the ground. But we're still gonna try and do that same movement. So we're gonna lay on the ground. I like to do this with my arms out wide. Right leg gonna be straight. Again, we're gonna try and make that hacky sack motion. So we're gonna try and bring that ankle across the other leg. Bring that knee up as high as you can go. Pause. Drive that knee out as far as you can go. Pause, and then drive the ankle down towards the floor. Pause. Now, ankle up towards the ceiling as high as you can go. Knee across the body. And then down and try and straighten out that leg back to where we started. That's rep 1. Ankle across, making that hacky sack motion. Drive the knee in. Knee as high as you can go. Pause, knee out as far as you can go. Pause, ankle down towards the floor. Ankle up towards the ceiling. Knee across the body, that hacky sack position, and then try and straighten out that leg back to the other ankle. That's rep 2. One more, hacky sack motion, knee up. Pause, knee out and up as high as you can go. Pause, ankle down towards the floor, ankle towards the ceiling, and then drive across. Lock it out the leg, and then it's rep 3. Good. So that's going to be all of the positions. We're going to repeat that same sequence on the other leg. So now we're going to be on the side lying position on our right side. Again, arms straight or it can be bent. Top hand leaning forward to support the upper body. Bottom leg is going to be straight. Keep tension. Try and bring that top leg forward with the ankle touching the ground. And then let's go ahead and try and drive that ankle and knee up, keeping the ankle on the ground. Hacky sack motion. Go as high as you can go. Pause. Knee up towards the sky. Out. Pause. Ankle rotates further up towards the sky. Pause. Then knee back. Gauge glute hamstring. Keep driving. Lower down towards the floor. Bringing the knee towards the other knee. Pause. Drive straight back, engaging glute hamstring. Knee up. Pause. Bringing that knee as high as you possibly could go. Try and touch that ankle towards the floor. And then that's rep 1. Repeat. Up with the knee. Out as far as you can go. Pause. Ankle high. Pause. Knee. Drive back. Engage glute hamstring. Keep squeezing. Keep driving. Down towards the floor. Knee touching other knee. Drive that knee back. Up towards the sky. Pause. Knee up as high as you can go. Try and touch that ankle down towards the floor. That's rep 2. All the way up with the knee. Pause, ankle high. Pause, knee back. Keep driving. Knee down towards the floor. Knee to knee. Drive straight back. Engage glute hamstring. Knee as high as you possibly can go. Drive that knee forward. Touch the ankle down towards the floor. And then that's rep 3. Good. So now we're going to get into our quadruped position. So again, the knees are going to be hip width apart. Hands are going to be shoulder width apart. Strong core with this. Drive that left ankle up towards your glute. Try and lift the knee up off the ground. Again, try not to Lean over to the side, just lift it up, have a strong core. We're going to try and drive that knee forward as far as we can go without rounding. Pause. Out with the knee as high as you can go towards the ceiling. Rotate that ankle up towards the ceiling as high as you can go. Now drive straight up. Good. Drive in. Bring that knee back underneath the hip. Pause. Straight up towards the ceiling. Keep that knee bent. Engage that glute hamstring. Straight out. Bring that knee up towards your elbow and chest. Drive that knee underneath the hip. That's rep 1. All the way up with the knee. Out. Ankle high. Drive straight up. Ankle and knee in. Knee underneath your hip. Drive straight up towards the ceiling. Knee out. Knee up towards the elbow. Underneath the other hip. That's rep 2. One more. Up. Out. Ankle high. Drive up to the ceiling. In. Knee underneath your hip. Keep that core strong. Drive straight up. Out. In. Knee underneath. That's rep 3. Good. Last position, last 3 reps. We're going to be on our back, laying straight down. Again, you can have your arms straight out. Right leg is going to be straight. Left leg is going to be straight and elevated. We're going to try and create that hacky sack motion. So bring that ankle across the top of your shin. Now keep driving up with the knee and ankle. Go as high as you can. Pause. Now drive out with that knee as far as you can. Engage the outside glute. Pause. Ankle down towards the floor as far as you can go. Pause. Ankle up towards the ceiling. Knee across the body. And then try and drive down towards where we started. Lock out that leg. Create that hacky sack motion. Knee across the body, ankle high, knee high. Pause, knee out wide. Pause, ankle low, ankle low, ankle low. Rotate in the hip. All the way up towards the ceiling. Rotate that ankle. Drive the knee across the body, back to that hacky sack position. And then lock it out. That's rep 2. One more. Hacky sack. Drive that knee, ankle high. Drive the knee as far as you can. Pause. Knee out wide. Gauge that glute. Ankle low, ankle low. Rotate inside that hip. Pause. And then ankle as high as you can go. Drive that knee across the body. And then return back to where we started. That's rep 3. Perfect. So that completes the hip warm-up. Again, this can be done every single day as a morning or daily routine, or this is also a really good warm-up for your squats or your deadlifts or any type of lower body work that you're going to be doing inside the gym. Catch you for the next video. Thank you so much.